Welcome to the audio version of our newest report. We hope you enjoy it. Key takeaways. Initial access was via a resume lure as part of a TA4557 Fin6 campaign. The threat actor abused LOL bins like ie4winit.exe and msxl.exe to run the Moreggs malware. Cobalt Strike and Python-based C2 Pyramid were employed by the threat actor for post-exploitation activity. The threat actor abused CVE 2023-27532 to exploit a Veeam server and facilitate lateral movement and privilege escalation activities. The threat actor installed Cloudflare to assist in tunneling RDP traffic. This case was first published as a private threat brief for customers in April of 2024. 8 new rules were created from this report and added to our private detection rule set. The DFIR report services. Private threat briefs. Over 20 private DFIR reports annually. Threat feed focuses on tracking command and control frameworks like Cobalt Strike, Metasploit, Sliver, etc. All Intel includes everything from private threat briefs and threat feed, plus private events, threat actor insights reports, long-term tracking, data clustering, and other curated intel. Private Sigma rule set features 150 plus. Sigma rules derived from 50 plus cases mapped to ATT and CK with test examples. DFIR Labs offers cloud-based hands-on learning experiences using real data from real intrusions. Interactive labs are available with different difficulty levels and can be accessed on demand, accommodating various learning speeds. Contact us today for pricing or a demo. Case summary. In March 2024, an investigation took place after malicious activity was detected. Upon analysis, it was identified that a threat actor was able to infect and pivot from a user endpoint to 2 servers in the environment. The threat actor was able to gain access by submitting a job application that pointed to a resume lure. This initial access campaign was observed by Proofpoint, who attribute it to the group they track as TA4557. This group has historically overlapped with Fin6 activity and has tooling overlaps with Cobalt Group and Evilnum. After being directed to an online resume site from the job posting notice, the victim downloaded the fake resume zip and executed the malicious.lnk file within the zip. This started an execution flow, with the threat actor using the ie4winit.exe Microsoft executable to sideload a malicious.inf file. After that, the process dropped a malicious DLL which was executed using WMI. This then created a scheduled task, followed by another WMI process to load malicious.js script using the msxl.exe Microsoft binary. This was the final Moreggs payload that established beacon activity to the command and control server. Some initial discovery commands were then run using Microsoft binaries like nltest, net, and whoami. Activity mostly ceased until approximately 1.5 days later when Cobalt Strike was dropped on the beachhead. First, we observed the threat actor create shadow copies using vsadmin, which we assess was likely for trying to access credentials. This was followed up with some initial discovery using Microsoft utilities and the creation of a new user on the system. The threat actor then used Sharpshares and Seatbelt to further enumerate the host and the environment. The threat actor then attempted to deploy Pyramid on the beachhead, and while it was executed after much trouble, we observed little action from it or communication to its command and control server. After Pyramid, the threat actor began looking for lateral movement options. They decided to target a backup server running Veeam software. They were able to exploit the vulnerability CVE 2023-27532 on the server and used the access to create a new local administrator account. Using the new account on the backup server, they used RDP to connect from the beachhead. During this and later RDP pivoting activity, the threat actor leaked several host names that tie to other intrusions that ended with a fog ransomware deployment, as reported by Arctic Wolf. On the backup server, the threat actor deployed their Cobalt Strike payload and continued discovery activity with more Sharpshares and Seatbelt activity, and then AD find. At this time on the backup server, LSAS memory was accessed for credentials. Following this, the threat actor targeted a second server, and this time used a remote service to replicate the creation of a new local administrator account on this second server. This service was created using a domain administrator account indicating the previous LSAS access was successful. The threat actor then checked various privileged users in the environment before locating a disabled domain administrator account that they re-enabled. On the backup server, the threat actor then used the browser to access the file sharing site temp.sh to download a zip file containing a Cloudflare installer. The MSI installer in the zip was then run and Cloudflare was installed as a service on the server. They then connected to the second server using RDP and repeated the install process there. On this server, they then created another new user and added them to the local administrator group. The threat actor then started a new RDP session with the new user and then dropped and executed Soft Perfect Network Scanner. After the scan, the threat actor opened a few files from a remote file share and then activity ceased for the day. The following day, the threat actor returned, pinging a host on a remote network. After this, they then removed the moreeggs files and persistence task on the beachhead, and beaconing to moreeggs command and control ceased. The Cobalt Strike and Cloudflare tunnels remained active, but no further activity was observed before the threat actor was evicted. Further open source investigation into the fake resume campaign identified numerous other lure sites with the same templates and images following the same name.com format. This campaign is still ongoing with minimum changes to the lure websites or malware deployment observed. A list of domains identified are included in the indicators section of the report. While the moreeggs malware and fake resume lures have been used by TA4557 JAR Fin 6 as early as 2018, this specific campaign appeared to have been established in late 2023. The next section of the report is not attainable in an audio format. Therefore, we recommend visiting the site on a computer when you have time. A link to the full report is in the description. Thank you for listening.